How about, yo, what's good, big dog? I missed your phone call.
It's all good, Mamigo. Have you guys settled it or not?
No, no, I haven't spoken to Speedy yet, so.
Oh, all right. Uh, I'm confused. I think it was 2 days ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, Ballas called Flash and said they lost 3.7 million worth of a moonshine operation that day.
Well, I don't know anything about that.
I thought it was reps.
I mean, I don't know anything about no $3.7 million. That's a crazy operation, big dog.
I mean, weekly operation. That's what the Ballas said. All right.
Okay.
So, hey, I'm gonna tell you the truth. All right. So, the day before I saw Rev over there, it was me who went inside there. All right, because we were hunting for Ballas. I
Okay.
went inside a building right there and I saw steels. I saw 10 to 15 of them. That was a lot. All right, that was a lot. 10, 15 steels. But nothing was cooking. So I bounced, we bounced. And the day after, that's when I met Rev.
So this was the day before?
That's, yeah, the day before I
Okay,
saw
okay.
Rev going up the, what you call it? Apartment or building something. That was the day before. So we were hunting Ballas. So I went there. I checked. I went inside. 10, 15 steels. Nothing was cooking. We bounced. Then I blew up their RV. All right. And then the day after that, we went there again. And then that's when I saw Rev. And that's when Rev told me that he steals. So that's when I told my boys it was Rev's. So don't touch it. It's besties. So that's
Okay,
it,
but,
Holmes.
but, well, Reverend told me that, like, he didn't tell, apparently you told some people, you never told them that it was ours? Like, did you tell it, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on?
Uh, I didn't tell everybody in Cyprus because you know the Amigo, there's like I don't know 40,
Yeah, yeah,
50
yeah.
people in Cyprus. I only told my boys who was with me that time. I didn't tell the rest that it was besties. Like that was my fault because we were still in a
But
war after
did
that
you tell
shit.
the rest that there was steals there, or did you just not tell them anything?
I didn't tell anybody who was like in a place to announce everything. Like example, captains and above the dons and everything. I haven't told them. I only told my six during that time. So I don't think the
So,
message got to the rest of the boys.
okay. Then how did Flash know about it? Was he there with you, or?
Flash know about the what?
Like, how did Flash find, was Flash there with you with the original six? So how did the
No.
message get passed along? That's what I'm trying to ask.
Yeah, so that day when I spoke to you, right? Rev called me, we spoke. Then after I spoke to Rev, I spoke to Flash, asked him about what happened. 'Cause during that day, the next boom boom, I wasn't in the six rolled out to look for ballers. So I asked him straight up, anything that happened and shit. And I told him me and Rev had a talk regarding the moonshine stills. And Flash told me it has nothing to do with them.
Okay, so what I'm trying to ask you is, right, do you think that information got passed along without it, people knowing, with people assuming that it was the baller stills? Without people
That I do
knowing,
not know, Holmes.
you don't think so?
I don't think so. I think, all right, I think besides my six during that day and Flash 2 days ago, I think it's just us who knew it was Bestie Steals.
Okay.
Besides that, I think the rest of Cyprus, they think it's Balos.
But that's exactly what I'm saying. So the rest of Cyprus think it's ballers. So do you think like they would have, done some shit assuming it's baller stills?
That I do not know, Holmes. I can say. But I doubt it, Holmes. I mean, I can speak for them, right? Because for me, I got my own beliefs and shit. I say fuck the cops. If me and you we have beef, I'm not gonna go to the cops, man. Fuck that shit.
Okay, but is that your whole crew though? Or would you believe that? Do you believe that all of Cyprus has that same mentality, big dog?
Of course not. You know, Cyprus is like a mix of like I don't know, Holmes, like mixed peanuts or some shit, right?
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I do not know. So when Speedy wakes up, I'm gonna tell Speedy to call you right away.
All right,
Maybe he knows more.
all right. Sounds good, big dog. Yeah. All right,
All right, no
all right,
worries, Mamigo.
all right. See you around.
All right, bye bye.
This guy just pretty much. Now I respect Locco. You know what I'm saying? At least bro said it as it. Bro was just being dead honest. He didn't even try to like defend his crew or anything. Yo, I just spoke to Locco.
Oh yeah.
Cyprus guy, he called me up.
Yep.
Bro, listen to this. I'm speaking to him, right? He's like explaining to me like how he stumbled across the fucking the stills or whatever.
Why did he call you?
I guess to speak about this, see if it got resolved.
Okay.
I told him no, I haven't spoken to Speedy yet, and then he basically just explained the story to me. And he was like, yeah, you know, I was there a day before, and I went in there, and there was like a lot of stills in there, blah blah blah. And the next day I seen Reverend, and you know, like, you know, I spoke to him, and he told me that it's your stills, and I told my boys who was there at the time that it's the bestie stills. And I said to him, so, told him like, how did Flash find out about it? You know, like, did you pass that message up? And he said no. So I told him, do you think like, you know, that message could have been passed along to like the other people and shit? Because Cyprus is like a lot of fucking people, you know what I mean? It's like crazy. There's a lot of them motherfuckers, you know what I mean? Hey, deep as hell. I told him like, oh, you think that message could have been passed along without like, you know, some proper information? It's like, yeah, maybe. And I asked this motherfucker, I'm like, he's like, yeah, you know, I wouldn't snitch. And I asked him, yeah, but with the rest of your, what do you think about the rest of your crew? It's like, I don't know. Who knows? Like,
What?
That's what he said.
No way.
Yeah, he said it's a mixed pot. Who knows?
Nah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's not a good look.
He said,
I mean, so it's likely they did it then. That's what it sounds like.
He said he wouldn't do it, but he don't know if his crew would do it. That's what he said.
Okay. I mean, worst case, we should try this guy a bit more. Ask him, like, we should ask him over and over again, like, can you tell the story from your perspective, but multiple times, and then see if there's inconsistencies.
Honestly, I don't think this guy's lying. I think he's saying I'm gonna be honest with you. I think he's honest. You wouldn't say some shit like that if you're not honest. You know what I mean?
You think that's what happened? He knew, but he didn't relate to the rest of the crew, so they snitched on it. Is that what you think happened?
I think what could have happened potentially, right, is that they knew about it. The message didn't really get passed along properly, and maybe other people found out there's stills there. They assumed it's the bullet stills, because I mean, why wouldn't you assume it's on their turf, right? And they just fucking burnt that bitch, assuming that it's the bullet stills.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I don't see this, like, ending well in any way, shape, or form. Like, I don't think it's just gonna be easy for anyone.
But at the same time, I don't trust these fucking ballers, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I didn't have this suspicion until yesterday, when I went up there and the guy's like, yeah, you heard about the stills, right? What you gonna do about it? Like, motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? He was like trying to egg me on to fucking do something about that shit. So I don't trust the ballers one bit. For all I know, they could have fucking stitched on that shit and framed it on Cyprus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, in that case, we're just kind of fucked.
Wait, hold on. Didn't this guy Locco say there was 15 stills in there? Wait, what? I just realized that don't even make any sense.
Howdy.
Hey, big dog. Yo, so how many stills did you lose?
I lost 5.
How many were in that room?
Like 8-ish, I think. And then cocaine, I think, was gonna use that spot too, but I don't think any cocaine stills were in there yet.
Whose stills were in there? Who were the other stills?
One of the Ballers cooks, but I don't think he's actually Ballers. I think he just cooks for him.
Wait.
But the majority of them were mine.
Bro. Because this guy Locco was saying there was like 15 stills in there when he seen it.
You cannot fit 15 stills in that tiny ass place.
Okay, so were there baller stills in there?
Yeah, I mean there was a couple, but like I said, the majority were mine. And I told him that those were mine, you know?
Yeah, but I mean, you're keeping your shit with their fucking shit, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, it was my spot first, if we're being real.
Nah, I get that, right? But you're keeping you guys are putting your stills in the same place.
Yeah.
So, You don't see the problem with that?
I mean, not really. If we didn't have any issues with each other.
Right, but
Like, even when y'all were like,
okay, but Reverend, let me tell you something, right? Yeah, but you guys, you and the boilers might have any issues, but if the boilers have issues with somebody else, and their operations get fucked, and if you have your place in the same place that they do, I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Even if I explicitly tell them that they're mine, you know what I mean? Like, I told them they were mine. Why, you know? And then they still did it.
I mean, I guess that makes it a bit different, but still.
It's not like they stumbled across it. I mean, they did, but then, you know, I told them, hey, you know, those are mine. I mean, I get what you're saying, too, at the same time. But, I mean,
okay, all right.
I don't know. I think just the principle of snitching fucks me up, too.
Yeah. All right, let me we'll speak about this. You should explain the story to, like, okay, give me, like, a second, all right? I'll call you right back.
Okay, yeah. All good, man. No worries.
Bro. This shit is cooked.
Okay, what now?
Well, you know, I was on the phone with that motherfucker and I realized that guy said that he's seen 15 steals in there. I'm like, okay, well, that don't make no sense because Reverend only lost 5 steals, right? I'm like, what the fuck? You know, what's this guy talking about? So I call up Reverend. I'm like, yo, was there any other steals in there? And he's like, yeah, there were boiler steals in there too.
Okay, but what the fuck?
So, I mean, like, if he's keeping his steals with the boiler steals, right? I mean...
Yeah, I mean, that's a completely different thing.
But the only problem is that Reverend told him that it's his steals. Not the ballers.
Oh, unless they knew it was the ballers still, somehow.
Yeah.
But have they, okay, when you talked to Locco, did they ever mention that they thought it was the baller stills?
No, well, I mean, I don't know. These guys are not really... There's so many of them that they're on different pages. Right? Like, whoever the fuck, like, Locco didn't do anything, but whoever the fuck did something, like, God knows what they know, you know what I mean? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just messy business, though, if you're keeping your...
Yeah.
If we're keeping our stills in the same place as another gang.
Yeah, I feel like that changes stuff a lot, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, that definitely does change things a bit. But at the end of the day, Reverend still told him it's his steals, right? But then if that message wasn't passed along, and maybe like somebody else from Cyprus, like, you know, knew it was boiler steals, you get what I'm saying? Because it was both.
Wait, say that again?
I'm saying if that message wasn't passed along properly, right, that it was our steals, and then somebody else from Cyprus knew that it was boiler steals, because technically some of them steals in there were boilers, right? It's just a fucking mess.
Yeah. Yeah, but then it's kind of like Reverend's fault and Locco's fault, if that's the case. Like, it's Reverend's fault for bunching our stills up with other people's stills, and it's Locco's fault for not relaying the information properly, no?
Yeah, 100%.